AI labs are seemingly in a race to develop and deploy a product for the market. And according to the Future of Life Institute, it has gotten out of control for everyone, including the creators. The organisation wants to impose a 6-month pause on developing more powerful AI than the latest version of ChatGPT. And the proposal has some support from some of the biggest names and brightest minds in the tech space. So is it really necessary to slow down tech advancements, or humanity's way of keeping everything under control? Hello, I'm Britt Coles, and for more, let's bring in Alex Iceman from Genium. Alex, it's always a pleasure to have you on the program. Thanks for your company today.
Thank you.
Now, Alex, has the technology just gotten too smart, too quick, and too handy for the mainstream?
Look, speed is not always good, right? When you jump on a treadmill and you crank it all up to a high speed, a person has to keep up with that treadmill. And if a person cannot keep up with the treadmill, it's going to sweep up the feet and fall down. That's what we're seeing right now. The AI is getting so and developing so fast that it might actually sweep us off of our feet. And we won't be able to keep up with that. And that's the biggest concern. And that's truly happening. The ChatGPT 4 is an amazing tool, and everybody are keeping up with it. And at this point, the genie is out of the box.
And Alex, for me, it just seems like it's, I guess, the moon race. Everyone's, in a race to try and develop the best program and to get the most users, I guess, to come over to them. But do you think, I guess, the pause is, I guess, humanity's way of slowing progress down and really looking at the program and the bugs and what needs to be fixed before moving on and developing something more grand?
You cannot stop progress. So the progress will happen regardless. The technology is already out there. The models are out there. Some of them are open source, so anybody can pick it up. Any government can pick it up and develop. We do need regulations around it. It's like flying airplanes. We have FAA that regulates how airlines carry passengers, and we'll see more and more regulations around critical points like that, where information influences election, safety, etc.
And Alex, just in your opinion, what do you think some of the rules or even safety protocols should be for advanced AI design? Are there any that come to mind at the moment?
Number top priority is to cite sources where AI gets information. Sometimes AI can be very deceiving and really providing information that's false, and there is no way to check where it came from. And just referencing where that information came from is crucial. And some of the AI models start to do that.
And what about governments? Do you think they should impose any policy as well?
Absolutely should start looking into that, where there's safety of people in place. And as I said, there's a lot to be done with political agenda too, and data that it's getting trained on, and make sure there's no biases towards one party or the other, as well as health issues, so it doesn't propel certain false health questions and answers to harm the humanity.
And Alex, we did mention, of course, how advanced the latest version of ChatGPT is, but what do you think the major flaws are, and what are the teams actually working on for better user-friendly, I guess, functionality?
ChatGPT is a substantial leap from the version 3.5, so I cannot wait to see the next versions. However, it still lacks references for the sources, and it's hard to track down where it took the information. And I think it's incredibly well in describing some information, make sure that you can trust that information, although there is no truth to certain facts that it presents. So definitely fact checking.
Now, Alex, do you think ChatGPT or OpenAI should be worried about rivals? I mean, there's been plenty in the headlines lately of programs like Alibaba, such a major tech giant in China, of course, coming out with their own program. What do you think they're thinking today?
They are 2-3 heads ahead of all those competitors, but it's really come down to who has more data, and I'm afraid the Chinese government and entities have more data to train and less regulations to train their machines. They do have certain governmental regulations around their party, but nothing else around anything human rights or anything in particular like that. So we have to be careful with regulations, because they will exceed the rate of progress with less restrictions.
Alex, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on today, as always. Thank you so much for breaking down what's happening in the AI space and developments we can expect to see. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, stay with us. I'm Brooke Coles, and we just spoke with Alex Iceman. Now, to stay up to date with what's happening in the tech space and, of course, developments in AI, don't go anywhere. Ticker News has you covered. We'll be right back.
You're watching Ticker News. More news is just minutes away.